Okay, Dana, we're
Yes?
live now.
We're
Yes.
live! Yay!
I know we've talked about this before, but for people who watch this, right, you have no
Uh-huh.
idea the minute or so leading up to when the show is actually about to go live.
Intense.
Dana is like a child in the back seat of a car wanting to know how much further it is to Disney World. Are we live yet?
I was thinking that it was more
Are we
like
live yet?
waiting for Christmas.
Oh, okay, sure. Is Santa going to come tonight?
Is it Christmas yet?
I mean, I feel like that's a matter between him and Mrs. Claus.
There is a whole discussion to be had on that front.
I made it dirty.
Yes, you did. For shame. For shame.
So
But you have none, do
anyway,
you? You have none.
I'll probably have some down in there somewhere.
I'm willing to admit that it's not outside the realm of possibility. You know, like aliens.
I'm not incapable of feeling shame, Dana. I'm not a psychopath.
Pizza.
Actually, I haven't shot it yet. I might shoot it this weekend because I need to shoot some more stuffy shorts because the one I'm showing on Friday is the last one I have in the can. So I need to shoot some new ones.
Yay!
But I wrote one the other day where my character is complaining about possessing empathy because I thought that would be really funny. So
wait, hang on. Your character is complaining about other people who possess empathy?
No, my character is complaining about having empathy and how that makes it more difficult to be mean to people.
So it's the empathy he thinks he has?
He wants to be mean to somebody, but he knows if he does, then he'll feel bad about it. And Stuffy says, well, that's just empathy.
Are you sure about that? Stuffy says, are you sure about that? I think you'll be fine.
See this? You just have to buy the premise here, okay? You just have to go along with the premise. It's a 1 minute short.
In fairness, yes, it's a 1 minute short. I think I can manage. It's not like you came up with the idea, well, maybe after Batman quits, he decides he'll come back.
That's also something I think you should just buy the premise and go along with it and see where the story wants to take you.
There are
you have this
so many other stories out there. There's so many other stories.
Do you know what I find?
Why should I go, oh, yes, let's not read those other stories. Let's start with one that starts badly. Let's start there.
Do you know one of the many things that I find utterly fascinating about you is that in so many ways you are among the more open-minded people I've ever known in my life. Like you have just an endless curiosity and an endless interest in other people and other people's ways of thinking. And you're so just diplomatic and welcoming and willing to entertain the other side. I mean, all of this is true about you, but there are these certain things, and it's usually involving like writing and storytelling and stuff like that, where your thinking is just so incredibly absolutist.
Because
like there's just well, Batman, I don't like the Dark Knight Returns because Batman wouldn't quit. And that's it. You won't even entertain the possibility that he would for the sake of a story. You're just like, no, my interpretation of the character tells me that he would never do that. Therefore, whatever story that begins from that premise is automatically horseshit.
Well, I don't like the art style either.
Really? You don't like no, we've never talked about this. You don't like the art in Dark Knight Returns?
I'm not fond of it, no.
Really? Interesting. I love the art. I think Frank Miller completely losing it as an artist hurt me almost as much as Frank Miller losing it as a writer, because he went in his prime. I thought he was a fantastic artist,
Like I can appreciate it. I don't like it, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Like maybe it's not like it's not
It feels
your
okay. So to
preferred.
me, it feels over stylized and heavy-handed given the subject matter.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like, it's not as edgy as Kelly Miller,
Kelly
but
Jones.
Jones, thanks. I'm so
And
tired.
it's a lot more fundamentally sound than Kelly Jones
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Like Kelly Jones is just drawing whatever the fuck comes into his head. He doesn't care about proportion or anything. He's just like, ah, fuck it.
I will say, I like the flow of Kelly Jones' style, but yeah, it's also hyper stylized in a different kind of way.
Definitely.
But Frank Miller's is much more tonally stylized. Like it
Okay.
complements the the tone, but I think it, because it's such, well, and also it coming out when it did, it's like there was a lot of grim and gritty stuff, and it was kind of the forerunner. It was early in that period.
It kind of, yeah, it wasn't, yeah, it didn't start the grim and gritty trend, but it
Right.
definitely made it inevitable, like and inescapable because it was so successful.
Exactly. That's what it was. It's just, you're hurrying something along when it's already there. So yeah.
We're watching Poirot, by the way, everybody. I know we've been talking about Batman comics for the entire time up until now, but we are going to watch Poirot. So if you need to get a copy of the episode, there's a link in the pinned message in chat to the episode of Poirot that Dana and I will be watching tonight. It is The Double Clue, which I am given to understand from Dana's excited reaction upon learning that this was the episode we were watching tonight, that this is a good one, right? Because you were super hyped about this.
I don't know if I've seen this episode. I probably have, because I'm pretty sure I've watched the entire series.
But you know the story.
But it's been, yes, I really, well, and that's part of it, where I'm like, I don't know if it'll be good. I hope it'll be good. I like the story. The story's good. But of course that means it's got a higher bar.
Sure.
So
because you are so absolutist in your thinking, and you refuse to to make any room for any kind of deviation from.
No, because it is possible for there to be another interpretation that I enjoy. Okay, but because I like the story so much, it would be harder for this one to eclipse it. And the bigger they are, the harder they fall. There's
Sure.
There's more hope in there that they could squelch.
Yeah. By the way, you mentioned Kelly Jones.
Yeah.
Fantastic cover.
I didn't, but you know who I meant to mention Kelly Jones.
Fantastic cover artist. Fantastic cover artist. Terrible choice for an interior artist. Like, terrible choice to be the regular artist on a comic. But I'll take that back.
Hard to understand.
I'll take that back, because he did the interiors that's how he got famous. He did Batman Dracula, and he was good. He was good for that, because that particular subject matter suited his style.
Yeah.
But I mean, to say, okay, now this guy's going to draw the regular mainstream monthly Batman comic. I was like, no, I don't like this. And also part of it for me was also like, he replaced Jim Aparo, who is my favorite Batman artist ever.
Oh, really? So, it hard to live up to, and the bigger they are, the harder they fall, and I don't know, something absolutism.
There were artists that came later that I also loved, who were very different stylistically from Jim Aparo. I'm just saying, like, you go from like literally my favorite Batman artist, probably my favorite comic artist, period, ever, being the regular artist on Batman, to this guy who like can't draw faces.
Some dude.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, you couldn't have found a guy who could draw faces? So he can't draw face, or maybe he can now, but 30 years ago.
Like, look, take your pick, faces or feet. You ain't gonna get both.
Yeah, like I practiced really hard on feet. They're perfect. Faces, not so much.
Oh my goodness. Oh golly.
So, how you doing?
Tired.
I hesitate to ask.
What? Huh? What? I'm confused. I'm tired.
Well,
I'm so
because I
tired.
know that you've had a long day.
Yeah. It's just I'm tutoring. I'm staying after school to help students who've been absent a lot and help them. So everybody's working on different things, and I'm trying to keep track of who's working on what and what they need to do next and what they can work on while they're at home to get caught up so that they can do the lesson tomorrow in class and then work on some more of their back work tomorrow after school because they need to stay tomorrow. And then I'd have to pack up as quick as I can and head from there to the library where I have another student who doesn't go to my school that I'm like working with individually for some extra support. And then I come home and I'm so tired.
So a long day.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, normally I wouldn't say this, but I'm becoming very glad that the library is closed on Fridays.
Can't have tutoring at the library if ain't nobody at the library.
Yeah.
Checkmate, struggling students.
Well, they can wait until next week.
Yeah.
So,
Vilcata says, I started to rewatch the Batman versus Dracula a couple days ago, but I couldn't get into it. I rewatched Batman Year One instead. I have not seen the Batman versus Dracula movie. Wasn't that like a spinoff, or it was with the Batman cartoon, wasn't it? I think so. That was Batman Dracula. Was that version of Batman? I'm not necessarily asking you, Dana. I'm just throwing.
There are so many animated ones.
Oh my God, there's so many. And I'm not super impressed with the Batman Year One cartoon. Like Batman Year One, the comic, is one of my favorite Batman comics ever. I think it's a classic among classics. I love it. But if anything, I thought the animated movie was too faithful to it. Like it was flat. It was like, why does this exist? This is basically just like they took the comic as a storyboard and just animated it. There's no, like, it doesn't bring anything to the table. It's just like, oh, okay, I know everything that's going to happen here because it's literally exactly the same as the comic. It just didn't do it for me. So.
Okay.
So seeing as how you've had a long day, would you like to start the episode and then we can play Wordle and then we can call it a night?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, honey.
Like, well, seriously, I mean, and also it does not help that
yes,
I wake up. Now, thank goodness, last night I slept until 2. I slept until 2 in the morning. Yay! Wow.
And then you got back to sleep, didn't you? Didn't you tell me this?
No,
morning?
That was the night before. The night before, I woke up at like 10 minutes to 1, and I couldn't get back to sleep for a while. And like, I went out into another room and I sat down and cried because I was just like, I'm so tired, but I can't. What is wrong with me? Anyway, after I cried a bunch, then I was able to get to sleep for a couple of more hours because I was up for several hours, and I was just like, and I'm thinking, I'm like, I can't just not show up at school. Like, there's a schedule. I can't just not go because, like, if you don't go, then you have to redo everything.
Yeah.
No, it's easier just to suffer through the day. All right, please. Let's go into an imaginary world. Can we do that? Let's do that.
Let's do that. All right. So, would you like me to handle the how it works part? Okay. Allow me to take the burden from you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, we are going to watch Poirot, everybody. Hopefully you have it queued up and ready to go, and paused at 0 or waiting at 0 and ready to push play. The way this works is I will count us in from 3. I will say 3, 2, 1, play. When I say play, everybody hit play. and we'll hopefully all be synced up and we'll be watching Poirot Series 3, Episode 7, The Double Clue together. And if you happen to fall out of sync or something happens where you need to pause the video or stop the video or reload the stream or whatever, there will be a time code right above Dana and me in the top row of the stream there. That will be the current time code that we are at watching the episode, so you can catch right back up. So
like that,
just like that. Dana,
sound
are you
effects and
ready?
all.
Sound effects and
I
all.
am so ready because
Okay,
I
here
have
we
my little
go.
pointer thingamabob, and the pointer is on the little triangle thingamabob.
All right, here we go. I'm going to count us in, and we'll watch Poirot, The Double Clue. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Picture. Ghost Wheel, I do have the sense to close my eyes when I'm trying to sleep. So I'm staring at the inside of my eye.
Maybe that's the problem. Wouldn't it be funny if that was the issue all along? You just weren't closing your eyes.
I should have closed my eyes. Gee willikers.
This simple hack will improve your sleep. I need to see like a fucking Instagram
Doctors
reel about
don't want
that.
you to know. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, please close your
Doctors
eyes.
don't want you to know about this one simple hack to improve your sleep. When you lay down in your bed, close your eyes, guys. We're just going to close our eyes and keep them closed all night.
I had a student fall asleep in class sitting up today. I'm like, you're not in trouble. I feel you, my dude. I mean, if you can
I'm right there with you.
sit right here, sitting completely straight up, like I thought he was, just sort of thinking, and then I walked inside. I'm like, his eyes are closed. He was very apologetic. I'm like, if you're that tired, you need to sleep.
The episode starts with a train. I am intrigued already.
Toot toot.
Here comes David Copperfield on a motorcycle. That's a joke you'll get when we watch the David Copperfield special that I want us to watch. You'll get that.
Is it on the list?
No, but I was just going to force it on you at some point.
Okay.
I was just going to be like, guess what? We're watching a David Copperfield.
Maybe next time we can watch that. If you want.
Okay. Yeah, sure. The double clue. Kara, that sounds insane. How could a civilization survive like that? In Tudor times, they'd sleep for 4 hours, wake up for 2, and then go back to sleep for 3. That's madness.
She's a countess. What do you guys think? How are we going to know that she's the countess if she doesn't carry a whole lot of luggage? And by carry, I mean have others carry. Yellow means caution, red means stop.
Hastings, no, you're driving right into the wedding party. No, Vilcata, it's green means go, red means stop, yellow means go, 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 go.
It's weird. It feels like it's coming from. I'm really tired, apparently.
You're dissociating.
Mm-mm.
I see. So you would like Poirot to solve this mystery so you can take the credit, yes? What I'm saying is you're screwed, chap. You're screwed. Fortunately, Poirot has a theory. This gang of thieves, they are surfers.
What?
That's another movie. Now that one is on the list. Point Break.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
The dead presidents are surfers.
Oh, they have the backwards doors.
Yeah, those are extra fancy. This way, Countess.
She likes her counts and countesses. Countesses, especially. I don't know that we see that many counts. We have
Well,
a
because
count and Dreadnought.
the countesses all took care of the counts. The counts are out of the picture. He's doing that accent I was just making fun of. Your parties are always such an experience.
Uh-oh.
What kind of gem mine do you own?
Well, certainly more common than they are now, sad. I always thought they went the other way around, though. The back doors opened like backwards and the front doors opened regular.
He's so discreet, he wears drinking gloves. That's how discreet he is. God, they're like the British Fraser and Niles.
Gorgonzola, I missed it. Sorry. I would have to go back. I would love to look at which one that was. I will.
So is that homeless person going to end up being like a non-homeless person in disguise? You just shushed me. How dare you? What?
She's not a
Oh!
contralto. I don't know, Kara. I think you're a good guesser.
I'll just recede into the darkness, I guess. He opened the entertainment center.
I bet the 12 o'clock's blinking.
These rich people don't know how to set their clocks.
And they don't care enough to make the servants do it even.
Gorgonzola by actually being British. That's what I'm saying.
It's the olden times, so everybody smokes.
Boy, howdy. Well, that was easy. Billy Bob Thornton should have tried that one in Bad Santa. It's all good. I just did the robbery.
Good example of Volcata. Yeah, like that.
That's funny. Everyone smokes, even the same. Oh, really, Niles? Why don't you just show up wearing a t-shirt that says, I'm a safecracker on it?
Yeah, opera isn't meant to be just sung. It's theater as well. And she's just kind of sitting there singing. I'm like, that's okay. I'm letting it go and going along with it, Steve.
There you go. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Gorgonzola, I thought the thief brought it with him.
It's the house that's shaped like a modern art museum. Some sort of concert. You will be dismissed without your pension. I don't yell.
Well, so you're saying it's not new, it's secondhand.
So you
I
lost
mean,
some old necklace. Boo hoo. What are we doing here?
just go back to Goodwill. Maybe you'll get something even better.
Yeah, just go to a pawn shop or something. You'll find something. Uh-huh. Looks like a glove to me.
Sneak peek at always be sharp.
You know what they say about men with small hands, don't you? What?
They want to run for president.
Well, yeah, unfortunately. Oh, no thanks, Poirot. I'm trying to quit. British Petroleum. He's the Niles. Has anybody checked young Bernard for emeralds? My cad. Oh.
I mean, Kara, that's a huge bit there.
But I wouldn't know anything about that. Very modest as well.
People are always praising my modesty. Won't you come in? Oh, is it one of these with the little curly arms?
Oh, the chair, yeah. Well, it just so happens he's in the shitter, old boy. Are you starting a jewelry business?
it's not, being around somebody who knows what it's like to,
To flee a war-torn country.
and to, be someone of prominence and then have to start all over.
To have to restart your life as a lowly private detective.
To have attained great heights of success and then you start with nothing. It's kind of like being a teacher and getting a new crop of students. You're like, I've taught you this so
Wait,
many
no,
times, like last year and the year before and the year before that. She's a lady of diminished means.
Pietrograd.
Poirot's busy. Ghost Wheel, no, but right around year like 10, I think, was when it really hit. That I was just like, they just come in and they don't know anything. It was, a couple of years where I was frustrated, and then I was like, no, they leave and they know things. They come in and they don't know things, and then they leave and they know things.
Thanks to you.
Exactly. That's what made me feel better.
Oh, yeah. Was it number 1 or number 2? What a rude old chap.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Hastings. Oh, God.
Detective Hastings on the case.
Oh. They're on a first name basis.
A first name basis. Kara, exactly. He's probably got it solved by now.
Kara, everything.
Hastings would recover the necklace and then accidentally drop it in a sewer grate. Oh my word.
Kara. Exactly, Mr. I love the ants. I'm going to go to America and I'm going to go hunting. Oh, yeah, Sod.
Well, being completely innocent, I wouldn't know what you're talking about. Bonsoir.
It'd be a bonsoir if I could come with you.
Bonsoir. Hastings, smell my finger.
Oh, yes, just the only one of any consequence.
You have been investigating, Hastings. I have been invested dating.
Get out the debrets. You didn't even go talk to anybody.
Well, he's not a private detective at all. He works for the police department.
He works for the man. Several leads. Use several more than a few. It's also vague and implies more.
Numerous leads. There's no need for that point of longer, so.
I was not trying to, have any sort of personality. No, I'm sorry.
Blimey, it's Hercule Poirot.
Kara Christie herself uses it. Again, I think it's an Orient Express. But I think that's a handkerchief.
Also, I was never here. Tramping.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, was that the point of that conversation we had earlier? There he tramps now. Yeah.
That's my car. He's a very good driver for a tramp.
His car looks just like mine. Wait a minute.
I'm glad you told the truth. I wish you were lying. Thank you, Uncanny Suit.
Yes, we are having a wonderful Wednesday, Uncanny Suit. Thank you. We go to the Burger King. Oh, fancy schmancy. That ain't no picnic. You can confess. I've done it. I've solved the case all by myself. Yep, hold it so we can get a good look at it.
Hey, HB Haga. And so here we've been talking about Poirot being mean to Jap. But the thing is, he
Right.
can't let him in on it if he's going to let him solve the case.
Right. Yeah. Also, fuck Jap. He's a grown up. He can't take Poirot being a little mean to him. It's nothing compared to how Holmes used to abuse Lestrade. Hmm.
So Hastings needs about a +7 to perception. He ain't earned it. Oh, Hastings.
I hear the train a comin'. It's a rollin' round the bend. Station Hotel. They really broke their backs coming up with a name for that, didn't they?
Well, don't want to get when you have people. And share it. We're watching Poirot finishing up here.
Almost done.
Dun, dun, dun. There you go, Kara. Un petit peu. The very dramatic piano music.
Farewell, mon ami.
Dun,
The
dun,
end.
dun. The end.
Well, good for Poirot, you know.
So also, my dad traveled around the world, and when he was in Russia, he had to get his mail under two names because, like, depending on whether the people who sent him, his letters were Russian or from somewhere else that uses the Roman alphabet, he would have to ask for Habecker, and they would put it with the X there, or Navieker, because of course the V.
Yeah.
And then also the other one is the H, which is the N. So yeah, the H. Yeah, I love Countess Rosakov. She's fun.
And yeah, you know, my first encounter with the Cyrillic alphabet was through Billy Joel, because
Does
he
have
did
it on
a. Go ahead.
The concert that he gave?
Yeah, the Russian concert. Yeah, he released a live album of one of his concerts that he did in I think it was in Moscow in the 80s, and in English it's just the word concert, but the title is in the Cyrillic alphabet, so it's like KOH, like EPT or something.
There should be an S in there.
Well, yeah. Okay, whatever.
KOHSEPT.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say. It's not the Russian word for concert either. It just says concert, and then it's spelled in
concert.
Concert. Billy
American
Joel.
rock and roll star Billy Joel come to Moscow, play the American music
on the piano.
Which
is
piano.
Not American. That is Italian.
Play a song, piano man. Play a song tonight. All Russian people in mood for melody. And Soviet party have us feeling all right.
There you go. Don't leave us hanging, man. I might need to change my ask.
Tell me more about Davy and Navy. Was he a spy?
Was he really in the Navy, or was he CIA?
Exactly.
We have those letters too, you know, I recognize.
Are you going to change it to a Billy Joel related ask?
Well,
because I haven't watched. I have his because they just did a CBS special last week of his 100th consecutive Madison Square Garden concert, and I have it saved in my watch list on Paramount Plus. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but yeah. Vilcata. In Russia, piano plays the man. Oh, it's great.
No, well, I'm thinking, so you have such a lovely Russian accent.
Thank you.
And such a lovely singing voice. It seems a shame you didn't actually sing the Piano Man. At least one verse and chorus with a Russian accent.
Sing Piano Man with my shitty, like, Boris and Natasha Russian accent. What would have been amazing is if Billy Joel had done that in Russia. If you would have said, "Look, I tried to learn your Russian language and I couldn't. This is the best I can do. Hit it."
No, I think we would have missed out on a lot of future Billy Joel concerts.
Yeah, that's true. Is 9 o'clock on Saturday?
I'm still here in the Russian prison.
He's like scratching lyrics into the wall.
Oh God, no. Oh no.
What? Tell me.
I didn't need to come up with a near rhyme for prison.
Please.
I can't.
Please.
I can't.
Yes, you can, Dana.
No, I can't. But I bet you can guess.
I can't. It's a near rhyme for prison.
No. The N changes to an M. I'll give you that hint.
Jism. Jism. You rhymed prison with jism.
I'm so sorry, everybody. It's been.
Why are you apologizing?
Such a long day.
Why are you apologizing?
Oh, because I couldn't make up a line that worked.
Gorgonzola, you mean a Russian accent? You say Sean Connery's accent from Hunt for Red October. You mean his Russian accent from Hunt for Red October? Because, of course, he plays a Russian submarine captain with a perfect Russian accent. Do Svidaniya.
Yeah, sad. That would have been a near rhyme as well.
So, shall we play some Wordle, and then you can go to bed?
No,
good episode, by the way. We didn't really talk. Good Poirot episode. I really like that one.
Fun.
Yeah.
And him giving the little, letting being on third and having Jap bunt so that he could, he'd taken the sacrifice so that Jap could make the run.
Yeah.
Is that right? Does that work? Is that how it goes?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
You're talking baseball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a sacrifice play. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Poirot. Jap
is the batter.
Jap.
It's on third.
Well, yeah. Jap is on third. So Poirot hits it, and it's let's say it's like going less than 2 outs. So he hits it, and it's like a fly ball to deep left field. Jap waits on third. Outfielder catches the ball, makes the out. Jap tags up, runs home, scores the run. So it's a sacrifice fly so even though he doesn't get a hit, Poirot still gets an RBI because it's a sacrifice fly.
There you go. And Jap gets to score the run.
And Jap scores the run. Yeah.
No, Vilcata, he just catches her and lets her go. Because, he wants her to know that he's that good. Yeah, catch and release. Exactly.
Yeah. He's a fisherman. Okay.
All right.
Wordle.
Let's start with my
Wordle.
typical HEART. Let's get going.
Oh, let's do it. And by the way, as I do this, don't forget everybody, if you want to play along with us, we welcome your suggestions in the chat.
No spoilers.
No
Kara.
spoilers and no giving away the answer. Yeah, boy, Kara was like just bursting with spoilers for the Poirot episode.
Yeah. She's like, I know
She was
this
like,
one.
It's not English.
Hint, 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 hint.
Sometimes you just can't hold it in. Okay, so heart gives us a pretty good start. It gives us an E in the wrong place and an R and a T both in the right place.
Woo!
Yeah.
So it's probably something ERT.
I would guess. Yeah. Or E something RT, I guess it could be.
Or
as well.
E something ERT.
That's true. Yes, that's absolutely.
Oh. Well, they don't use names, so it can't be Ebert.
No, sadly
Alas.
it can't. Sadly it can't.
But it could be overt.
Ooh, that's a good one. Overt. You want to try that?
I just keep thinking because I want to know what my other options are. Yep. No, alert doesn't work because the A was in heart and it's not in there. No way. Yeah, exactly, Mr. I Love Dance.
It could be exert, as as Sad says.
Uh-oh. Snape has 6 guesses. Exert.
Oh wow! Didn't know. Well, yeah. Overt and exert are the only two I can think of at the moment. If it's not one of those, then we might be in trouble.
Okay. Well, let's go with overt then.
Let's try overt. O-V-E-R-T. Let's see.
And that should at least give us the E in the right place because overt and exert both have it.
Well, here's the good news. It does give us the E in the right place and every other letter in the right place because that's the right answer. Overt.
Liz, invert is 6 letters. So I don't think that one would work.
But if we just had one more space, invert would have been great.
Yay, us. We are so awesome.
We sure are. So congratulations to everybody.
Congratulations. Yes, to us and all of you. So let's do the wrap up. So folks, don't forget to look down in the comments because for charitylinks.page and other opportunities to lend a helping hand because helping people is good.
Indeed.
Yeah, HB Hago, we're awesome, ain't we? So, and then also don't forget that today is Wednesday. We are more than halfway through the week.
That's correct.
And on Friday, I only have 1 round of tutoring. And then of course we have your show, Steve.
Yeah. So Ask Away is this Friday again?
Ask away. So if you are a patron or a channel member and you haven't already sent in your ask, you got plenty of time.
Plenty of time to do that. Yeah. If you want.
You know. I would, you know, if you feel so moved, you might ask Steve to sing.
In my crappy Russian accent, in my cartoonish Russian accent.
Or we could request, you can do a French accent, right?
Oui, oui. Okay. Can I do a French accent?
What about Spanish?
Maybe.
So we could have you cycle through the verses of Piano Man.
all of the shitty borderline offensive ethnic accents that I know.
Yay. So yes. Or you could ask him about the Star Trek cartoon thing, that everybody always asks you about. Why don't you like the Star Trek cartoon, Steve?
Oh, you mean the one that only has 1 season to go?
Yeah, there's a lot of Star Trek shows that only have one season to go, isn't there?
Well,
Or are they already
technically
canceled?
there's only 2 right now. Technically there's only 2. This is Discovery's last season, and they just announced that the upcoming season of Lower Decks will be its last season. But as far as I know, the other ones have
Are
not
all going on?
are all going on. People, I mean, some folks have spoken
Man,
about Prodigy in terms of it has 1 season left, but that's not actually true. Netflix hasn't said 1 more season and then it's done. Like Netflix could still conceivably order another season after the
they
yet
just
to be
haven't ordered
released
it.
season. It just, yeah, it hasn't been canceled.
But yeah, they haven't said one
So
way or the other. Okay.
yeah,
So yeah, you could ask him, that or something Star Trek related. He'll get lots of those though. So
I'll get lots of
to,
yeah. People,
if you want to be unique, ask him to sing with a horrible accent.
yep. Those are the only kinds I know.
I have, one of the things I've wished that, and I can't wish that I could recognize, I guess, not just hear, but recognize is what an American accent sounds like when you speak, you are familiar with and fluent in another language.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Because like it's hard for me to hear, different accents when I'm listening to languages that I'm not familiar with. So
Yeah.
it just all sounds foreign to me. What about a Ferengi? Can you do do Ferengis have accents?
They don't necessarily have accents, but they have like a certain way of speaking, mostly because of the ridiculous prosthetic teeth that they have to wear.
Good point.
That's why Ferengis always seem to talk like this.
They have to extra enunciate.
Get their lips around the teeth.
Okay, so
and
yeah,
they say human. They say human. That's like a fairly consistent.
Go.
Yeah.
So don't forget. Oh yeah, Sod. Are you talking about Priest and Cole needs an infusion? All right. Oh gosh, yeah, Priest and Cole is great. So anyway, don't forget to send in your ask. And even if you are not a channel member, you can come around and be on the live stream for that. It's Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, or whatever time it is if you are not Eastern.
That's right. If you're in one of the wrong time zones, whatever time it is there.
Alas, it's Eastern Daylight Time. Tis what tis. We live in the world that we do, not the world that we want. Alas.
Exactly. These decisions are out of your hands.
Well, I do vote, Steve. I vote.
That's true.
So
out of your hands alone.
Yes, very true. And then next week we'll be back here
to watch Deep Space Nine.
Yes. What are we watching next week? Not that you'll tell the title. I'll be like, oh, great.
Next week, this will be interesting because this is an episode that a lot of people don't like. I have never had a problem with it. I think it's a perfectly fine episode. In fact, I even kind of like some parts of it. So I'll be interested to hear what you think of it, Dana. It's the episode titled "Let He Who Is Without Sin."
What?
That and then it trails off.
Let him in.
Then there's an ellipsis. Let he who is without sin.
In. ... Let he who is without sin in.
Well,
let him in.
I guess if you want,
yeah,
at
the door,
but it ends with that.
Anyway. All right. Is there anything we left off? I don't think there is.
Let he who is without sin in. Everybody's got obviously how it finishes up, right?
Clearly. Yeah,
if
you don't
Jesus
want the sinners. You don't want to let the sinners in, do you? No, you don't want.
That's right. That's a good point. Exclude
the sinners. That's what Jesus would want.
Yeah. You know how Jesus hated sinners and didn't want to be around them at all. You know how Jesus was.
Exactly.
Hey Jesus.
All right.
Hey Jesus. There's some sinners to see you. Fuck them. That's what Jesus would have said. Fuck those sinners. Anyway.
So we're done, right?
We're done.
All right. I was trying to think if we'd forgotten anything because I do that, I forget things. Thanks so much for coming and spending some time with us, everybody. And good night.
See you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.